Hey, it's my bands from my shoulders and stuff, like stretch out or whatever. But got Jeremy resting, and just got him a few meat patties, so he's good to go. But I'm just sitting here thinking, like, shower seed from when I broke my foot in my back. These terrorist guys, like Osama, all them, even like Munich Olympics. Now, you have to remember the bands on the neck came off maybe in the 1800s, like, sometime fairly recently when you're looking at all of history, the bands of Esau came off. So, all those evil brothers in the Bible, like, they're all like secretly in power of the celebrities, like, they're they're the real seal now is how you have to see it. I explain this in my videos, but for those who are new to the channel, I'll catch you up. Like they're who we think of as satanic, but they're not. Really, they're persecuted and then become what they are. And for the rapture to happen, like it takes like the book of remembrance. So like, you know, I'm thinking about that heat scene with the cerebral hematoma. You know, um, uh, I just and like they go to see he, and like there's been a bunch of he's. It's not just the Groxt one or the Grox Alpha Omega now. Like there's been a bunch of Johns throughout the history of it, probably starting like before the 90s, before the Heat film came out. Sometime when we had some sort of tech or something for people to see some wisdom of the earth, like the roadways and stuff. Somebody who knew something like a shaman. That's all that means, the C, the John. Like, so, I've had, like, it shows up in the symbolism, and I don't know if it's real or not, but like, there's a like reward of Isaiah 52. It means like the butt, the you know like there's been swimmers and stuff that I swam with that have gone and seen he, and like I think like Tyr's ex-girlfriend, like a few people that I know like did this, or at least it shows up in the symbolism that they did, and then nothing has happened. Like there's been no rapture. Like they're not the woman giving birth spiritually, like, and their baggage shows up too. I'll catch it sometimes. And it's like secretly they're doing stuff to like delay the rapture. I'm not joking. You have to believe me. Like, I'm not making this up. Like they're doing stuff to like cast stumbling blocks. So the whole thing of like that you have to get to the West Coast for the rapture, like the San Onofre power plant, all that, like all that is symbolism of the Hopi, and a lot of that stuff is true. But like Jesus will save you wherever you're at. You don't have to go see Groxt. And quite frankly, I don't want you to, like, at all. I mean, I think that he prevents things from happening. And if it's the real sacred woman, who knows what he'll do? You may go to sleep at his house, and then the next morning you're gone. Like I fear the worst for this stuff. Like I don't think that he's the wings of the eagle, man, at all. And like Ben V isn't. And if Ben V comes out with a book or something, like watch out for that too. Oh man, Jesus, please protect this video and so that it doesn't get deleted by these guys that know my password and shit, that know everything about me, you know? I mean, like Jeremy's up now, but um you know, he like man, like he's a trickster. Like I talked to this guy from Arizona that was all about like calling Grox the accuser and stuff. And like he was right. Like he I don't know if he's the actual devil, but like he's not on our side. Like he shows the burdens. Like he's just like, and then you have to do this, and then you have to do this. Like there's no like trusting in Jesus's work. It's all like burdens and like he's the one like putting it all out there for it to be picked up like voodoo style. And that's why everyone on his channel has trouble with relationships and everything. Like, you know, it's there's a difference between Jesus saying you'll struggle with relationships and the way that he shows it. I mean, he like makes people crazy. And not like crazy for Jesus, like in a bad way, like not, you know, just please believe me, like I'm really like this is keeping me up. I'm really worried, like I don't want any sacred women to get tricked. And like, you know, I had that dream that one of them killed themselves and like said it was my fault and stuff, like one of these girls. And like I don't know if that happened or not. Like no one says anything. Like he never says anything. Like he'll show his face sometimes, but he never gives you any information. He's like Mark Wahlberg in Departed, like feed him shit and keep him in the dark, like mushrooms. That's what his name is, Mark. Like that's what he says in Departed. Like he's just giving us garbage. Like you know, like and he knows everything about me. Like oh man. Please, like Jesus will save you where you're at. You don't have to move to the East Coast or the West Coast. I mean, either one. Like you'll be fine if you love Jesus. And like, you know, and don't worry about Jeremy. See him? Don't worry about him. If he ends up, if something happens to me and my family, like one of my somebody else in my family will get him. I got family in Chicago suburbs. I got family, you know, in Lexington, and like somebody will get him. And if they don't, like just let him stay out here, you know, because I've had visions about Jeremy too. Like, you know, that he'll be doing some stuff for a miracle ministry or something. Like he'll be okay. You don't have to come out here and get him. He'll be okay. If he's with the cops, then he's with the cops. Like they'll love him. Like it's all good. You don't have to come out here and get him. Okay. Like don't worry. It'll be okay. So all right. All right, I think that's all. I'm worried about this. Like, it's just really on my heart. Like, you know, I'm looking at these seals and everything, and I just think like, no, like you know, he's not good, man. Like he's just not. And the women that are with him, like, none of them have like man, there's been no contact. Like it's all bullshit all the time. And he thought that song, I can pass that girl like Stockton, just joshing. He thought that was because I didn't go out there. He thought that was because I didn't go out there. And then like him and Ben V teamed up and like it's the star sheet shit at night and stuff. Like they're like fucking with me and stuff. Like it's not, and I don't trust Mr. Tackpins either. Like there's a few people that I trust, and that's like, man, like the Watchmen are a whole nother level of evil, man. Like they're like that Aliens 9 I talked about. Like they're not, like there's worse things than Satan. Like I'm trying to go after that. You know? Like I'm trying to go after this alien shit. Like bring all that down. You know? Like, everyone thinks like Satan's so bad. Like you haven't felt like the stuff I felt with it. Like just pure darkness. Like no, like no, like let's trick Eve so that we can run the world. Not like that. Like it'd be like they're thinking like something even worse than that. Like you know that's why 2001 there was no rapture, man. This is why, because the he screwed it up, like with the girl, with Osama's girl or something. And like, yes, I know that sounds crazy and horrible, and yes, Osama killed all those people, but like it's symbolism. Like they flew drones and stuff. Like and if it wasn't drones, like they were like possessed or on drugs or something. Like they had like they had something to do. Like like it had to be done. Like I don't know how to explain it, but like it's these are like big sacrifices and stuff. It's big spiritual levels. Like why do you think God told uh why do you think God told Abraham to go sacrifice Isaac? Like and then he replaced him like that. Like Abraham was ready to do it. He didn't like question like, oh man, like why, like God, of course I wouldn't do that. Like what are you thinking, God? He was like, yes, I will do it. It. And then he replaced him in last minute. Like that that's the type of faith this is. Like it's stuff that you wouldn't think makes sense, but like to them it does. And like you just think of my situation. I'm at I'm at 348 right now in the deal. And like man, like like I don't feel like I have to do anything, but like they might get me. Like they might get me, and like like my symbolism will show up in the news or something. It's possible, you know. I'm not harm. Like I'm not gonna harm anybody or anything, but like see how like they can twist things and make it like reality. Like they can just say you did something, but you didn't do it. Like it's all that, but it's also like a spiritual level to it. You know. All right, so all right, I'm not saying anything against anyone, and keep a mercy mindset. Um, with everything I say, keep a mercy mindset. I don't really speak the best. I'm not really careful with my words. I don't really know how to explain things, but I'm harmless. Don't worry about me. Worry like if you're going to worry about these guys that are running the show on YouTube, because I just don't trust them, man. And like uh Jesus will find you and save you wherever you're at. So, all right, thank you.